welcome to Jadekind Gaming. I am Adam, and today I will be unboxing the Druid Spellbook cards for D&D. A while back I got the Ranger cards just to check them out, and they did some revisions on the way the decks are since then. And I believe that I have the newer version. Either way, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna, over time, start to collect them. Just as an easy, quick reference, they're of course for the D&D game, and they're the same spells that are in the Players Handbook, except put onto spells or onto cards. I have one of the ones from the Ranger here. They just are a quick reference for pull out the ones that you're gonna need. They're, I think, designed for players, but as a DM is really where I see the use of not having to take the player's handbook back from the player. So anyways, it's the Druid Spellbook cards here, Dungeons and Dragons. These are by Gale Force 9. And they, I think one of the changes is supposed to be that they rounded the corners. They had, one of the big complaints was the sharp corners. And these still show sharp corners in this picture, but it does say version 2 on the bottom, so I'm thinking that's all I needed to be looking for, but I will find out here in a moment. Alright, box open, and of course, ooh, there's even a divider inside the box. So you keep the two sides separate. See, this is probably going to be the lower level end. And as you can see, they have a different back. These are the Ranger. The Druid here have a different back. Not exactly sharp to get in here. There we go. There's that. And while I'm at it, there we go. I can get rid of that. Anyways, yeah, starting here. They are definitely that rounded corner. You can see what it was before. The color difference is because the different classes have different colors to make them easy to reference. But otherwise, more or less, same function. These are still that same. If you have like the older ones, like I do, they're still like sticking together. They're that really high, glossy material. But essentially, yeah, they're so yeah, they're like whatever they're. Yeah, they're all stuck together because of the material they're made out of. But once you know, split them apart, they separate much easier. Anyways, Druidcraft is a nice easy one to go with. Gives the name, essentially the back of the card has the level and the symbol that they've used for the class, which I believe. Oh wow, I turned directly to it. Druid. It's the same symbol that's up in that top corner at the front of the class for Druid in the Player's Handbook. But yeah, as whatever transmutation cantrip, it says right there, casting time, range, components, duration, and then a description. Which, you know, easy to say. And then, okay, here's another important bit. At higher levels. So, like for Poison Spray, this spell's damage increases by 1d12 when you reach 5th level, 11th level, and 17th. So it also has that information for you, which of course on the ones that aren't cantrips are if you use a higher spell slot. And this should have all the spells in the Druid's list. Has, it says in the box, 110 cards. And we can go up to this other box, continuing on to 4th. So this first stack went up to 3rd level, I think, and this one's 4th to 9th. I believe, yeah, here's one. Some of them do, of course, not fit on the text, and so if they can't fit everything on the text on the card itself, they will say see page 244. Of course, if you pull up the Player's Handbook and turn to page 244. That's where the spell starts, right there. So they do have that if they can't fit it on there. Yeah. So rounded corners issue fixed for those that were upset about it, and still lovely and useful cards. So I guess there we have it. That is the Druid Spellbook cards. And yeah, as I said, I probably will continue to get these as time progresses. Ultimately, the difference between this version 2 and the first is not enough that I would re-get even the cheap Ranger deck that I originally got. But yeah, I just like it as far as a Dungeon Master, to be able to set aside the cards for the spells that whatever monsters have, to make a really quick reference. So, because that's the thing I hate. I like the DM screen because it has the conditions which were in the Player's Handbook. These give the spells. As a DM, I tend to like to leave the Player's Handbook on the player's side of the table and try and avoid having to reference that as much as possible. I got 2 other books to worry about. They can handle that one pretty much. But also as a player, it's always useful to just have a quick reference. One less thing that you have to look up for most of the time. But yeah, so those are the Druid Spellbook cards. I'll link to where you can find them online. So check that out and have a good day. Bye.